I feel really happy, but I feel, I think maybe I would say maybe satisfied. I feel like we achieved our goal because throughout the year, I've actually seen the victories the students have had. I have an opportunity to talk to mentees, and each one of them tells me a really inspiring story about how things are going with their mentor. They'll come up to me and say, hey, we attended that workshop. I really found it useful and I was able to use the information that I gained from that workshop. So I feel really, satisfied and really glad and happy because I do want to see my students. I want to see students in general really succeed because I know all of them look for a brighter future, right? And a lot of them just don't know how to navigate their way to find that brighter future. So I think with support from mentors, by attending workshops that give you real skills, right, practical advice, then you can easily, find your way in this world, right? So I feel very happy, very glad. It's been a good journey.
Programs like this do make a difference because I've seen for myself, like I'm not exactly the same E-man that it was going into the program.
I'm not really the best at social networking, especially because I'm not that social. But I met some pretty great people through this program.
Canada is brimming with talented, ambitious Black students. Students who have tons of potential and who are looking to change the world in different ways. But many of these brilliant young people come up against invisible walls that stifle their potential because most of the time they lack something we take for granted: the right network, the right connection, the right mentor. And this is why Dr. Cecilia Bukutu and Dr. Viola Manokore launched the Mentorship and Resilience Program in Edmonton. This is Josiane Ignam of The Newcomers. Together, let's explore how the MRP project is building more connected Black youth in Edmonton, one mentor and one mentee at a time.
We set out to help our students to understand what it means to build a career, understand what it means to network. Because if you network, then of course, that will help you to actually reach your goals, to be what you wanted to be. When we started, students would come up to me, or youth would just generally say to me, I want to become a medical doctor, but I actually don't know a single medical doctor who is Black, who looks like me. And then I thought, oh my gosh, I know a lot of Black doctors, but the students didn't know them, right? So that's how we started this journey. But now that we're, in the program, throughout the process, students would come up to me and say, oh, you know what? My mentor is so amazing. They've introduced me to people, to their network.
I joined because my friend asked me to, and I looked at the program and I'm just like, this seems pretty legit, I like seeing Black people come and work together, to be honest. I love seeing just the Black community and everything, and I wanted to be a part of it. I also wanted help on getting a job, and spoiler alert, I did get a job. So it was my first job ever too. It was really nice.
I remember doing my undergrad some years back. I would have loved to have somebody mentoring me and just helping me navigate my university journey, and there was nobody there. So it was one of those where I had the opportunity to give, and I also think there's a responsibility, for myself personally, I feel like I should give back.
And what's the easiest way to give back to communities? To pass on some of the skills, some of the experiences, some of the challenges and how I've navigated that, but also to use that opportunity to build onto what a mentee already has in place. So I saw it as an opportunity to do some capacity development for the mentee, to do my own development as a mentor, to share experiences, to help someone navigate along the journey of providing mentorship to my mentee. For example, I would give one of the examples. They expressed sort of a situation where they're saying, I've sent in a number of applications, I'm not getting shortlisted. They felt overwhelmed, and they shared experiences, for example, how maybe the job market and job hunting back in Africa looks a bit different than in their new environment. So I felt like I was in that kind of situation time back. And so interesting is that the MRP program tried as much as possible to tailor the interest of a mentee with the area of expertise for a mentor. So my mentee had some experience in research, and I felt like all the issues that they kept discussing are things that actually I faced back in the day. So I really felt like, yes, I was this young man about 4 or 5 years back, and it was so eye-opening, like sharing my kind of transition and journeys and kind of wins, small wins that I've experienced, and the mentee actually relating to this and seeing them actually taking very strong, steps to apply some of these in their own job hunt, in their own professional growth.
We're not saying that, once you have a network, you're just going to pick up the phone and call a person and then you're given a job. No, you have the skills, you're qualified for the position, right? But sometimes you just don't know who's hiring, right? You keep going to the same websites where you think that's where the jobs are. But many jobs, like, I know from Alice, for example, that about over 70% of the jobs in Alberta, you don't get them by going to Indeed. It's actually through your social network. It's picking up the phone, asking your friends going, oh yes, my company's actually hiring. Why don't you apply, right? And you go, what company? I never heard of that company before. So that's what social networking does. It introduces you to all of these companies that you didn't know about, and a lot of them only advertise on their website. So how are you going to find that job if you don't know this company?
When you look at out in society, you look at Billy Bob and Karen Sue, they always get opportunities through connections. And I think a lot of our Black youth don't have those connections. So the fact that we as mentors are able to provide those opportunities are so important. And it's sort of like they already are ambitious, they already are doing great things and they have great goals for their lives. And I think we as mentors are able to push that, or this program is also able to put that in place, like connect the mentors and mentees.
One particular mentee, for example, the very first day they met their mentor at the launch, the mentor invited them to a WhatsApp group of other people who are in the trades. And this mentee said to me, they'd been trying for a long time to connect with people in the trades. They couldn't. But on the launch day, on that very day, the mentor said, oh yeah, sure, I know a lot of welders. Here, I've got a WhatsApp group. You're in the group, right? So this mentee just said to me, if nothing else comes out of this, I'm happy, because this is all I needed, right? To have access to these people who I can ask questions, who can tell me about the different companies that are hiring. I can bounce off questions and someone will answer them.
You said you had a lot to say.
Yeah, I have a lot to say.
Tell me why. Because you seem so excited about the program. Tell me why.
Yeah, I feel I'm the most fortunate mentee in the program. Yeah, because I was connected to a mentor that matches my career aspirations, and also a mentor that understands me. I appreciate the fact that the mentor is an African, though not from my country, but we share a lot of things in common, and so he really helped me. He shared his personal life with me, which resonated with me. I learned a lot of lessons from it, and this mentor was amazing in the sense that I want to pursue PhD, and he has already pursued PhD and working in the government, and so he gave me a lot of guidance as to what to look out for, not just professionally, also in regards to managing family. He is a family man, and I'm also a family man. So, but I believe he is far older than me, so he gave me a lot of guidance that was very helpful. But apart from that, interestingly, the reason why I said I am the most fortunate is I had 2 mentors actually. Yeah, one official mentor which I was matched to, and my second mentor was Dr. Bukutu. Yeah.
So before this program, I was very introverted. I still am introverted, but I was very hesitant to go and explore opportunities because I'm like, what if this backfires, you know? Getting caught in that negative feedback loop of what if I fail, what if this goes wrong? But at this point, I'm just going with things that I'm interested in. Like right now, I'm working on a business class that I'm gonna be graduating from at the end of the month. And even if I don't end up successfully setting up my own business, I can use those skills in the workforce in a different way, like managing people, managing budgets. So those skills can transfer over to other opportunities I pursue in the future.
I feel like I've matured more since before me I was really like doe-eyed and green behind the ears, or was it wet behind the ears? One of those phrases. And now I'm kind of just like, now I can help others connect and others like come to this program and just like have more of a solid footing or standing in the world that I'm in now. And also it made me more confident to go doing things outside of the program. Like I was part of the Concordia CBSA, so the Concordia Black Student Association, and I would have never joined it without like coming into this program.
It's also helped me with networking as well, like exploring different spheres of the economy that I'm interested in and could contribute to in the future, like entrepreneurship, for example, and also community service as well. I did have the opportunity to be at a meeting talking with other people who are going into or have done like Canada Service Corps programs, and just hearing like their experiences was very eye-opening to me.
At the beginning of this program, I was kind of struggling with intersectionality, right? I didn't know, like, when it came to situations like racism and diversity and all those things, I didn't know what would come first, me being Black or me being a woman. You know, there's all of those identities. I didn't know which one would come first, but as I go through the process and everything, I realized there is no identity that comes first. Those are always going to be intertangled. I'm always going to be a Black woman, and people are always going to perceive me as a Black woman and treat me as how they would treat Black women. It's not that I learned to live with it. I love it, actually. I love it so much. Being a Black woman is awesome. But I don't know, with this program, it just helped me learn that these identities are not separate. They're together.
I feel like creating that platform in this day and age where we're seeing a lot of socio-political changes in our environment is a right opportunity in the right direction for us Black professionals to actually create a movement of young professionals who are fearless, who are go-getters, who know what actually the job market requires, who just do not only know what the job market requires, but who are people of valor, who have various skills, soft skills, people person skills that are able to translate into professional growth, social growth. Along the mentorship journeys, there are even opportunities to chat about other things like well-being, work-life balance, and all these, they are really impactful beyond the professional realm. I believe that, for example, with this kind of project, you would see a lot of effects on impacts, positive impacts beyond like professional growth. I believe that there are many trickle effects in a positive direction that can result from the MRP. We could see probably productive families. We could see professional growth. We could see leadership that comes out of this.
When I talk to the mentees, I feel my heart feels very full, because whenever I hear good news for the Black youth, I feel like yes, because I see them. I know they're amazing students. Some of them, I have them in my classrooms. They're amazing, they work hard. But soft skills and understanding the system is not something that all of us do, right? So if you have someone who's gone through the system, who's your mentor, you're way ahead of the game, right? Than having to find things yourself. It takes a long time. You're having to go through all these hoops to figure out what's going on. But now you have a mentor, someone who goes, if you ask them a question, they'll tell you, this is the advice I give you. And this is because of the road that I've traveled and the roadblocks that I've seen. So how useful, if I had that as a youth, hey. So I'm just happy that we were able to provide that to the Black youth. And I'm glad that they took the opportunity as well and just ran with it. And I just wish them all the best in the future, and that they keep connected with us via Facebook. And I think, hey, in 5 years' time, I just want to see where they are and hope that they're doing well. I'm just really grateful that they took a chance on the program, both mentees and mentors. And we were able to deliver. So yeah, very glad. Very glad.